Yeah, it's keep going on, ma'am, because this is a part of my life. So how could I left it?
Yeah, that's great.
Yes, ma'am. So nowadays, ma'am, I'm having lots of videos of you. There you are having doing lots of struggle and hard work for the beginner students. So it's a totally, truly incredible. Okay,
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate you, ma'am.
Thank you. Actually, before making video, I never thought that what type of mic learner is. If they are on beginners level, so that time also I love to join with them.
Yes, ma'am. This is your kindness. I can understand.
Thank you so much, Vatsar.
Okay. So I was telling you, ma'am, whatever kinds of idea would you like to generate at your free time for the beginner student, it would be like an advantage of all of the beginner students by having the greatest idea by the experienced teacher at home, right?
Yeah, actually, whenever just I think about teaching someone, even in school also, so I always think that I should do something new and it should be learning with fun also. So that is the reason only I always keep on thinking that whatever learning I am providing to my co-learners, it should be based on some activities so that they can take the learning easily and they can grasp the learning in a positive manner.
Yeah,
Yes.
ma'am. This is a really great because
Yeah.
time to time we have to just change our strategy for learning these
Mm.
skills by having the better fluency in our conversations. That is mean I'm going to develop my personalities, right? And
Yes.
flourishing our skills as well. So
Mm.
now just ma'am, what kinds of idea would you like to apply in your speaking field to enhance your better experience? May I know? Could you mention something?
Actually, if I talk about me, I'm nowadays I am focusing on my writing skills also. Yes, because I think for fluency, thinking in English is important. And for thinking in English, what skill could you help? That is writing skill. Because when we write something, so that time we are giving words to our thoughts. So
Yes.
in this way, whatever thoughts come in our mind, we just express them on the page, and that help us to express our feelings also. And in this way, whatever we are thinking in our mind, so that comes in front of others.
Yes.
Yeah, and that is very important. And when we write, we can use our passive vocabulary also. And when we speak, we
Hmm.
use that passive vocabulary into active one. Yes.
Yeah, ma'am. It's yeah. Basically, active voice everyone speaks, but
Hmm.
when comes out a turn in talking in passive, so at the time we are going to get confused. How can I create out? Right. So if
Yes.
we are establishing some habit of reading, notes, so it
Hmm.
would be really well for us to giving proper time to thinking about how can I create these kinds of sentence. It's a become the habitual of our day-to-day life habit, so we can easily express in better manner whatever we want to express, especially in the conversation time,
Hmm.
right? So you are making a notary, that's a really great, and it's a unique. So other beginner also can influencing by you to establishing these kinds of habit in day-to-day life to changing their quality, their routines, and improving self, right? By your grasping the idea of you, right, ma'am?
Yeah. Actually, we should always follow some interesting ways to learn something. When we are just following traditional ways, so that time we don't feel too energetic, isn't it? Even
Yeah,
you
ma'am.
would have noticed that if we just tell any students to read the newspaper and to do reading, so that time they feel so boring. But if we just at the same time we convert that reading into an activity, so that time they begin to take interest.
Yeah, ma'am. You're right. And that's why always we should be doing something unique and updating self time to time. That is
Hmm.
called we are going to learn something new. Otherwise, all the things we have been following for longer, that is mean I'm not upgrading self, right?
Hmm.
We are going to learn a very specific language that gives us confidence as well as experience also. We are
Hmm.
getting the chance to knowing the people's habit, traditions, customs, right?
Yes.
And there are many things
Yes.
are there to learn it, right?
Really, definitely.
So yes, ma'am. And nowadays, ma'am, I'm having a lots of villages have a changed their life because of this language, right?
Hmm.
So it's a very
So,
important.
so how do you provide atmosphere to your blazers, blaze boys and blaze girls for speaking?
Ma'am, honestly, I'm telling you, I'm the single person in my village,
Uh,
except no one are there who is speaking English. Okay, so
yeah,
I
that's
just little
great.
bit,
That
yeah, I just
you
little,
are the resource person for those who just want to learn this language.
yes, ma'am. You can consider it's my step to just changing the mentality of all the person's life. It
Hmm.
doesn't matter in which background they live. The thing is that how better they can consider about the skills in life to developing their personality according to the new generations, right? To stand equally around the new generation's thoughts, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, ma'am, if we are not going to upgrade self, that is mean we have all the old concept which is not equal to our new generation. So because of
Hmm.
that reason, the new generation will never respect us as we deserve in life. So that's upgrading. That is me. We are trying to level up of the own concept of all of them. Right.
Really, really, absolutely fine.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. So that's why. So, ma'am, like I'm very curious now. Nowadays, like, are you going to learn very rapidly and try to extend your experience levels? And unique strategy do you apply in your speaking journey? So I'm very curious by knowing your exact intention, like what is your desire to become in English field as a tutor or as a teacher?
Yeah, actually, if I talk about me, I'm already doing my dream job. Teaching is my passion. Yeah. So I just want to be proficiency in this language. I just want to be fluent in a positive manner. I
Hmm.
don't want to get fluency I want to get fluency with accuracy also.
Yeah, ma'am,
Yes.
you're right. Accuracy will define our better experience, better intelligence. So this way, the people start respecting us, giving the proper value which deserve in life for having by every one of them. Right?
And
Yeah.
one more thing, I always try to share my method of teaching or learning, because whatever method I am using to teach others and to learn with myself, so I just want to explore those with everyone, so that if
Yeah,
they
ma'am.
will be able to grasp something from me, so I will be the happiest person then.
Of course, ma'am, I'm also agree. Because without spreading your own idea around the beginner students, how
Hmm.
can we the know the value of that idea which is generated by self? Right.
Yeah.
Whatever idea it is used by the beginner, a native person who have a requirement in life to developing their personality, then we will know the value of that idea. Otherwise, we just generated the idea, use it and forget out. We couldn't know the value of that idea, how precious idea I generated before time. Right.
Yeah.
So it's a better way to extending your experience, and by that way you can extend your encouraging also yourself. It is a really well, so we should be work over hard on again and generating better to better idea for the beginner students, right?
Yeah.
Of course,
Really.
ma'am.
Actually, sometimes even one of my viewers has given me that message that, ma'am, somebody is just following your techniques. You should talk to her only. So that time said that it's okay if somebody is following my techniques and they are using in their channel also. So it's no okay because we I am also learner and they are also learning in this way. No issue if somebody is copying us in any manner. Yes.
Yeah, ma'am, of course. If they are copy, that doesn't mean they are having benefit. That's why they are copy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, nowadays, how do you manage, and what is the weather in your area?
Yeah, if I talk about weather, today I am able to talk to you at this time because there was red alert of rain. It has been incessant rain here. So today I have got a rainy day, you can say. So
Yeah,
yes, though online classes are going on in our school, but in online classes we can manage our time somehow.
yeah,
Yes.
ma'am. And really, in my area also, rain is going on since
Hmm.
morning. Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, now you just stopped. That's why still I'm conversation with you, ma'am. Otherwise, I declined many of them.
Yeah.
Today, I think yesterday also.
Yes,
Okay.
it's been incessant rain. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. I don't have the proper place where I can meet attend sessions. That's why I'm
Mhm.
compiled through the situations of mine. Okay. Yeah.
But sir, I must say that you are doing your best in your learning part. Yeah, you
Mm.
are providing your learning to others, and that is a good thing.
Yeah, ma'am, you're right. I always try to just giving appropriate advice to the others so other people can get benefit by me. And as well as they can motivate self also by watching me because I belong to Bihar state and village. So they
Hmm.
can at least comparison between me, right? So that can
Yes.
be the motivation of all of them, right? Encouraging
Yeah.
internally and working towards their specific goal of life, right, ma'am?
Yes.
So I always just want to work for all the beginner, really.
Yeah. Actually, that's the great thing because we should always think about learning. We should always think about that what we can get from others and what we can give to others. Yes.
Yeah,
That is
ma'am.
knowledge.
Yeah, I just experienced the one thing. This is not only this our language of this. This is
Hmm.
really a great way of knowing the people, learning the people, learning the behave, they are learning the customs, rituals, all these things. This way, right, ma'am?
Yes.
So that's why I really get peace while connecting with the peoples and talking with them in a various
Hmm.
kinds of matters. It's really gave me a very much peace, and as well as we are thinking like, yeah, of course, I'm indulging still in education field, and my education will be going on still,
Hmm.
and will be going on whole life, right?
Actually, by indulging ourselves into these type of conversations, we also get satisfaction that we are doing something or the other in the journey of our speaking. Yes.
Yeah, ma'am. I remember, ma'am. I think 5 to 6 years before, I was just known as a language of this accent.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was just knowing like as a subject of a school only.
Hmm.
I would never imagine like one day I will speak with someone this way. But nowadays I'm getting all the persons who is still being existing in schools. They are directly jumped over the speaking only with the people's live. So that's why maybe there are many teachers has been frightened because
Yeah.
what I say like all the learner they just want to communicate with peoples. They do not want to
Hmm.
take class of any teachers as offline and having the guidance of them. Right. So we can consider like this is a new thoughts. It should be generated during times of the new generations. Right, ma'am.
Yeah. Actually, sir,
Yeah.
it was my New Year resolution that I have to work upon my communication skills. Before that, I was doing everything reading, writing, listening, except speaking. But since January, I am totally focused on my speaking. So that is the result that I started my channel, and now I am consistent with my journey.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
ma'am. Whatever we do in our day-to-day life, that will give us experience only, right, and
Hmm.
benefit. So The before time, the all the learner has been making only the sentence. So they would
Yes.
have only the idea of making sentence, but they would never have practical way of speaking face to face with the person, yeah, even audio call.
Yeah.
Right. They would be just imagine one day my homework and task will be complete out, then I will come on the live and talk to with the
Mm.
person. But that time would never come into the student's life.
Yes.
They got married, settle their life, they forget all these things. Right. Their
Yes.
desire is
Actually,
not
nobody
going to
is
be
going
come
to do
true.
anything for us. We are ourselves to do everything for us. Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
We are the
You're
only
right.
resource. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. So, ma'am, I'm very curious nowadays, like, how do you remember vocabulary, which is a very difficult for all the learner?
Yeah, if I talk about vocabs, in many videos I have told that I used to take only one vocab daily. Only one vocab, not more than one. And that vocab I use in many multiple works. I use multiple sentences on the same day, and then I gave a three revision on next day, weekly revision, and in 15 days for the same vocab. And as
Hmm.
I am doing writing also, so in my writing part also I use that vocab. So in this way, it is the part of my implement also.
Yeah, ma'am.
So that time I will be able to learn the vocab and to use the vocab at the same time.
Yeah, ma'am. You're
Yes.
doing well.
And if I will just take more than one, so it will be just puzzle puzzle, and I will not be able to keep that vocab into our mind.
Hmm. You're right, ma'am.
Yes. So,
And honestly, ma'am, if I talk about myself, I don't focus on vocabulary. I'm
mm,
learning by attending sessions with you and many of them. Whenever I connect with
yes.
the people, yeah, because ma'am, many of now are like a user like watching my content. They always
Mm.
commenting me, sir, you are using very simple vocab, which is understandable for all the learner. So that's why ma'am, I don't use any very high profile vocabulary in my sentence, so other people can get like difficult to understand my words. Okay,
Yes, so
because
that is the
ultimately we
same
are.
thing. I'm also not using many fancy words in my conversation, but I try to switch my basic words from the advanced one a little bit, so that
Hmm.
I can be proficient in this language.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ma'am, you're right. Of course, and it is essential. Basically, there are many vocabulary, general vocabulary are there, but we are not able to gather, accumulating all these things,
Yes.
right? So we are gradually reaching at the levels, right? We are
Mm.
gathering the vocabulary and expressing self as better we can around the peoples, right? Okay,
Yes.
ma'am. So I have a one question. Have you ever faced any hesitation while connecting with the co-learner?
Mhm. If I talk about hesitation, if you would have seen my first video that I have uploaded with the Hati ma'am,
Hmm.
I had a talk on 4th of January, sorry, on 5th of January with her. And that
Mm-hmm.
time I was so much hesitant, so much hesitant. It was totally fearful video with her. And when now, before some days ago, I had another session with her, and that time I was feeling that I am confident. I have no phobia of facing camera, so it is a difference. Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.